First time in an S.
So you made it.
I made it. I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Mark, good to meet you. Man, sorry you got stuck on the tarmac for so long.
Dude,
that's the worst.
It is. Are we already recording? All right.
Oh, I'm not going to keep the audio unless you're okay with it.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Depends where the conversation goes.
Where are we headed?
I'm staying in Hotel Zelos.
Okay. What's it called?
Zelos. Z-E-L-O-S. On Market Street. Yeah, that's it.
New Montgomery? Okay.
Oh, man, it's been a day.
Oh, man.
It has been a day.
Yeah, you must be tired.
Not yet. I will be once I realize I can be, I think.
Dude, so how's the Cybertruck?
I've barely gotten to drive it.
Really?
I've barely gotten to drive it. It's got like 300 miles on it so far.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, most of that's the trip home. Like, we're, you know, but it gets a lot of attention, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
My
that's what
partner
I've been
hates
hearing
it.
from people.
My partner hates it, though.
Oh, yeah?
Well, not the truck, but the attention.
She'll come around.
But yeah. Yeah, I've been wanting that thing ever since before I even was unveiled, you know. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, because I got my first Tesla like in May of that year, so Model 3.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So at that point,
My first Tesla was a Model 3 too.
oh man, it was
That's a great car.
it was an iPhone moment. It was like, holy crap, I didn't care about cars, and now obsessed. And charging infrastructure as well as the software was a huge part of it.
Yeah.
So I was noticing, just because I took a moratorium of internet while on the cruise.
That's nice. It's good
Yeah.
to take a little internet break every once in a while.
I mean, it's just so much of my day is
Yeah.
spent on the internet anyway.
I know, yeah.
So it's like, but I see like now there's like Grok 1.5 out, or
Yeah, they're
coming
going to
out,
add image support in, apparently.
and there's a Midjourney layer.
Yeah, I was just, you know, Elon was just in the space with Catherine Brodesky or something.
Yeah.
So this is FSD Beta 12.
Yeah, but you haven't got the .2 update yet, have you?
No, this is the .2 update.
Oh, you just got it.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it-
actually a little bit finicky, the new
Yeah?
update. It's a little bit more hesitant, a little bit slow, but it, you know, still pretty good.
Well, cool. I'm just hoping
That was a pretty cool move to get around there.
Yeah, I should.
So it's
pay
actually
attention.
started going out to random people now. Like,
I saw that.
Yeah.
I checked my app, and all three of them don't have the damn update. Which
Okay.
one of those needs to go away, but
This is interesting. Some kind of showdown happening here.
right.
Okay.
Well,
Interesting.
okay. I still don't think I would have, you know, took it off there.
Yeah, I knew it was going to fix itself.
The lane drift is what I'm really hoping, especially out in Texas, is gone, because that is what makes me disengage the most.
Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about that.
Oh, I mean, it's like, you know where it's going to happen. It's just like, you got to just keep it there just to be ready, because like, at least 2 out of 5 times it's going to try and get over there where there's no possible way it can keep continuing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be someone reporting on that, because it's going out to people all across the country tonight. Like, basically random 0.5%, not even early access testers or anything. Just random people.
I saw some Facebook people
Yeah.
posting screenshots they were downloading it. When did you get the update?
Just today,
So, okay.
while you were in the air.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, perfect timing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you got a VIN, but not a day yet?
Well, you know, it's a long weekend, so maybe that's why I've been waiting, but hopefully this week I get a delivery date.
Right. Because I know it takes about 2 weeks for most people in California from the point they get their VIN.
Yeah. I mean, this thing, I went and I drove somebody took delivery and they let me drive theirs for a little bit. So, I mean, this thing is even more incredible than the Model 3 in a lot of ways.
The Cybertruck? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
I mean, it's really like a North American vehicle, really. I mean, the Model 3 is great, but people tend to like bigger vehicles with more utility, more space. And this thing is just going to get a lot of people to take a look at it.
It feels like a floating tank. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, because I'm
It's
used
so
to the
smooth, too, yeah.
Exactly. I'm used to the stiffer suspension of the 3-in-Y.
Right.
And it's not that at all. And
Yeah.
The 3-in-Y both feel tiny when you get back in them.
Totally. Yeah, this one, it definitely you can tell with the the air suspension, it's way more comfortable.
Yeah.
And the Cybertruck has an even better air suspension than this one.
It's fun to play with.
Yeah.
So the max speed right now is just set by FSD, or because I thought you had like an auto or
on the city streets it does auto.
Okay.
But on highways you still set the speed yourself. So it's just going at the offset.
How frequently is it reading the correct speed limit?
Most of the time, I'd say maybe 99% of the time.
Okay. It's kind of hit or miss.
But it hasn't really. That part doesn't seem to have really changed that much. The speed sign detection, but it has this new auto speed setting. So now even when it reads the speed sign correctly, it'll sometimes still drive the right speed because of the auto speed thing. It's kind of weird. So like, let's say, I have this one thing where it always reads the truck 25 speed limit as a speed limit in a 45.
Right.
So normally it would go down to 25, I'd have to take over.
Right.
Now it'll go to like 38. Because even though it sees the limit's 25, that's not the only thing it takes into consideration. It also looks at the cars around you, the road, that kind of stuff.
1149's doing that too, though, on the way home from the cruise today, because we took the Y, because he'd already had the license plate for the parking. It was actually saying following speed whenever it was going above the speed limit.
Yeah, 1149 can maintain the speed for traffic flow, but the auto speed is even a little more advanced than that.
I hope so. I'm just waiting for the time where, I can use it. The other half's not like, turn that shit off.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the one. It's super smooth. It doesn't do any like harsh braking. It's generally just super comfortable.
Because I want,
like, what are you feeling just on this, first highway drive out? We went through the airport.
I'm not noticing it.
Yeah,
that's what it needs to be.
Exactly right.
So there's not like, oh shit, I don't feel like I need to like hit my imaginary brake.
Yeah, your partner won't even know you have it on.
Right, that'll be nice.
Or that's the goal, at least.
Well, the goal is to not have to do anything, just
right,
let it
exactly,
go,
yeah. Yeah.
But
have you taken a Waymo before?
I have not yet.
Yeah, I'll call you a Waymo ride. You can try a driverless ride here.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm curious about it. Last time I came, which was like, gosh, I think it was October. Mm-hmm. One of my coworkers lost their phone on the BART, and somebody that worked for Cruise picked it up. And this is the week. This is the week of the crash.
Oh my god!
So this is like a day after that happened. So we went to the Cruise headquarters.
That's crazy.
To retrieve her phone. I'm just like keeping my mouth shut the entire time.
Oh my god. Yeah, they've just completely disappeared now. It's kind of sad.
Well,
their cars used to be all over San Francisco. Now you don't see a single one.
Oh man, it's
a tough business.
It's sad, but it's not surprising.
Yeah.
I mean,
one by one, everyone's just dropping out.
Well, GM's throwing their money, hoping it sticks to the wall, and none of their bets are paying off.
Yeah.
Lucid deliveries.
Not really going as planned. And the crazy thing is, the day before the permit got pulled, they were out saying this is going to be a multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But overall, I think, between Waymo and Tesla, things are going pretty well.
I'm not in a rush if you want to get food or anything. It's totally up to you. If you got stuff to do, it's probably fine.
Yeah, I was going to do
that's fine.
This space for the FSD-12, but we could go get some food.
Whatever you want. I was just throwing that as an option. This is like the only time I really have free time to myself.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of the first things I typically do when I get in SF happening now. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's probably too late for that.
Oh.
But, yeah,
dude,
I have some work to do, but we could go get some food. We could go to In-N-Out or something if you want.
That's fine. Let me at least buy you a burger or something. I could do more than that too, but it's just I'm so quiet about this stuff. Nope. I talk people's ears off about it. But
right. Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, it's good when you meet someone who's as interested in this stuff as you are.
Well,
and then you don't have to worry about annoying them.
It's just going to be, I don't know. I keep waiting for the next moment to happen that's going to make more people realize.
Mm-hmm.
Like, The Cybertruck reveal feels like it was pretty much the first moment.
I think so, yeah.
You know,
that's a product that's really going to get people to look at EVs in a different way.
There are so many people, despite its fanfare, that don't even know what it is.
Oh yeah.
You know,
most people don't. Yeah.
That?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people just from seeing one driving around. That's why it's so exciting when you see these Giga Texas videos and there's like dozens of them out there.
It was so fucking frustrating though, because I lived like 15, 20 miles from there.
Oh my god.
And like I was the guy that had 5 reserved on accident because the payment system was failing whenever they launched the website.
Wow.
You know, I was like...
Yeah, I had one of them from reveal night.
Well, I mean, nothing came back with a success, so I kept thinking it failed, which is what happens normally.
Uh-huh.
I ended up keeping 3 of them just in case. Because you never know.
So, I mean, what are your first thoughts just in the first 300 miles?
I love it more than I thought I would. And I thought I'd love it a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I want at least autopilot.
Oh my god, yeah, I can't imagine. I want to drive it across the country, but it's like I can't really do it before autopilot activates.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I think we're going to go to Colorado.
FSD 12 on the Cybertruck, now that would be amazing.
I mean, yes, but I would settle for autopilot, you know?
Yeah, true.
Give me a little bit of my time back, because even the quirks with FSD for the past 2 years, I know them.
Right.
I can predict them, and it still relieves a lot of stress for long road trips.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, okay, yeah, well, I did this. You know, like I've got a straight stretch of road, I'm good for a moment. The nags need to go down to like 3. But
yeah, totally.
Dude, it's just... it's more distracting and more dangerous.
Yeah.
The amount of nags it's doing.
Yeah, I do think it does make the drive more dangerous. Especially for somebody who, if you know how to use it, you know you have to pay attention. You don't need to be reminded that frequently.
Plus, I mean, your hands can literally be on the wheel, and it'll say, "Please put your hands on the wheel," and the screen starts flashing blue. It's like
they can't even reliably figure it out. Yeah,
it's like they're there.
Right.
It's like if you want to train me to keep them there, then at least recognize they're there and don't bug me about it.
Yeah, the cabin camera is really all you need.
Yeah.
It's gotten so good that you don't need anything else now.
I mean, it recognizes pretty much anything. I mean, you pretty much have to like hide if you want to like check your phone real quick. I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Put it down here. So
it's impossible. Like, people have to turn it off. They have to disengage to check their phone.
Right. That's typically what happens, actually.
I mean, for me, it's gotten me to stop looking at my phone a lot. Whereas before, I'd always, pick up the phone, change the song, whatever.
Right.
It wasn't a big deal before. Now I just use the text messaging built in or whatever.
I use that mostly.
Yeah.
I don't ever really look at my phone much while driving, but occasionally there's something that pops up that.
Right.
I can't even think of the use cases. It's not that frequent, but yeah. But it's still, even trying to like do nav, adding a stop.
Right. I mean,
I have yet to find
It'll get you for that. Yeah.
I have yet to find a good way to do that via voice without overriding your entire.
Right. Yeah.
Navigation.
That's true. They should add a command for that. But you kind of just have to look at the road every couple of seconds and then look back at the screen.
Yeah, exactly. And then after 15 backspaces to actually correct what you were trying to type.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, they could definitely make the user interface a little bit easier to use while you're moving.
Even something as simple as having a microphone button right there, just specifically enter voice text into that field, would probably do it for most situations. It's weird that I'm assuming that's a completely different layout even than the Cybertruck. Blinkers, that washer is over here.
I mean, it's pretty similar to the Cybertruck's layout.
Yeah.
But the Cybertruck's steer-by-wire, of course. This one would be great if it was steer-by-wire.
Oh, I can't believe that the Refresh 3 isn't.
I mean, it's a pretty big change. They'd have to really change out a lot of parts.
Yeah, but they were already designing. I mean, that was already something they were locked in with the Cybertruck. It just has to be more expensive right now. That's the only thing I can think of why they wouldn't have done it right now.
I mean, I think they'll do it eventually.
Oh.
But it's probably just kind of a big change.
Yeah.
I think one of the toughest things is just sort of like getting it out there and ramping up production without skipping a beat.
Certainly.
And switching to this new process.
That's fair.
I mean, we all know every Tesla's going to be steer-by-wire in time. Give it a year or two.
Given that there probably won't be steering wheels.
Yeah. And, with the steer-by-wire, you could just turn the wheel off.
Right.
that kind of thing. You could go to sleep and not worry about like knocking the wheel and
Right.
crashing into something. It's funny, on the Waymos, if you sit in front, they actually have a sticker that says, don't touch the wheel, or, you know, you could cause a crash.
Right.
Because it actually moves the wheel. It's a little bit nuts when you think about it. So definitely every car is going to be steer-by-wire in the future.
The things about the Cybertruck, though, I really wish they had at least a rear windshield that opened up, or a mid-gate, you know, to go between there.
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest user requests people have.
It was one of mine from the beginning, too, and I still wish that was there. And I wish they'd stuck with the rear view camera being a mirror. I mean,
yeah,
video feed.
That tiny little mirror is a little bit ridiculous.
Well, it's useless in almost every single situation because...
And I don't really like it taking up space on the screen.
Right.
Let me use my screen for other stuff.
Exactly. Plus, I mean, I don't see many situations where people are going to drive most of the time with the tonneau down.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably not.
Which means
it's just better for range to close it.
That's just seeing your back, you know. Well, it's better for range. It's better for whatever you've got back there. You know, not to worry anything blowing out.
Right.
I mean, plus, I mean, nobody can see you from the back too.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of cool. You know.
Yeah.
You kind of feel special. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
A little bit of mystery.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and you know, it's really solid. It just sort of opens and closes. It's strong enough for you to stand on.
Yeah.
It really kind of changes the whole pros and cons of a truck. Like, a lot of people probably said, okay, I would love a truck, but I don't like my stuff just sort of out in the open. You know, I got some golf clubs or something. Now with the tonneau and the frunk, you can have a truck without having to have that trade-off.
Yeah. Absolutely. And there's a lot of really cool accessories like they've done with the whole Model 3 and Model Y markets. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
I mean, anything from like Cyberlanders, space campers, there's some pretty cool utilizations that they're doing. But
yeah, someone I know got the base camp.
Base camp. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the tent.
They've got it?
Yeah, they got it. They sent me some pictures. Well, yeah, it's pretty cool. So you got the area under the bed. So you can still put some stuff in the bed. And then it kind of mounts up on that rack.
Yeah.
You know, like the lines on the bed. And you just sort of slide it in there and inflate it, and you got a tent.
But there's no like holes in it to put in like an air conditioning vent.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
that's a huge...
You could plug something into the bed maybe, and like, you know, a fan or some type of unit or something, and you could do that. But yeah, no pass-through or anything like that.
I mean, a lot of tents like that have at least one, if not two, like drawstring holes to like literally just use for that. Which this specifically would have made a lot of sense for them to have done that, given that you can't really feed anything from the inside. It looks interesting, but
yeah, I was at the LA Auto Show and I saw the Silverado EV, and they had it completely open.
That's a cool looking EV. It's just still GM, and I think their software, and I really
exactly.
And I don't even know their manufacturers or batteries. I'd have to assume Panasonic right now.
Right. LG.
Is it LG mostly?
I think so, yeah.
Because I mean, I don't think really anything besides the Hummers really use their Ultium platform, right?
Yeah, the Ultium platform's been a big failure. They haven't been able to produce any
it's hard as
battery packs. Yeah, exactly.
The lighting's a pretty cool truck too. That seems to be doing pretty well. Well, at least
it's doing pretty well, but Ford doesn't want to make any. That's the only problem.
Well, they lose a shit ton of money when they sell them.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and just for that reason alone, I think Cybertruck will probably be the best-selling electric pickup truck.
I'm hoping that they're cash flow positive on it right now with the prices. At least,
I mean, I don't think so. They probably aren't making enough.
With factory costs aside.
Right. Well, they're certainly selling it at a high enough price that hopefully they should be able to make a profit pretty soon.
They are, and we really won't really know what the markup is until they start selling it without all the add-ons.
Right.
You know, like those wheels, that could be $1,500 to $5,000.
Right.
Depending on if that's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they can get it below the tax credit limit, it starts to actually get pretty damn affordable.
But isn't there supplier constraints there too, as far as like where they're coming sourcing from, to where it would at most right now qualify for $3,750?
Well, they're at making them all in Texas, so it should qualify for the full 7,500. All right, check that out. From the airport to the curb.
And it's not in no parking.
Yeah, 0 interventions from the airport to your hotel in San Francisco.
Oh shit! Thanks, man. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, dude. It was really good to meet you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Definitely hit me up.
I will. These happen not infrequently, so I'll let you know again.
All right, take care, man.
All right, you too.